All right, guys, it is a long overdue episode of the Knudson Garden Update. We've been offline for a while, but we are back, and we've got some really cool things going on, including these very cool bananas growing behind me. So let's take a look at what's going on in the garden and get a little update. All right, so we're gonna start here with our banana tree, and boy, has it been happy this summer. If we back up here and keep backing up, we can see just how humongous our banana has become. It's taller than the school at this point, and very exciting. We've got more bananas that have been forming. We've got some hands here, and we've got our male flower drooping below, and we've got some more bananas over here with our male flower down below. And if we come around here to the other side and kind of work our way through these leaves, we've got one more banana flower and the banana hands coming out here against the wall. So really cool bananas, doing great. It's really dense in here. I don't know how many different plants we've got growing in this jungle of bananas. At least 10, probably more. So very cool here with our banana tree. The other really cool thing that we're getting a lot of production out of are our cream peas, sometimes called field peas. They're the same species as black-eyed peas, okay? And I'll just pop this one off of here so you can take a look. These are sometimes called cow peas. They originated in Africa, and they came over to the United States. You can see why they call them black-eyed peas, okay? A lot of people think that kidnapped Africans who were enslaved brought them with them. They're very popular in the South, and they've been very productive here in our garden. They've really taken over. They're the most productive legume or bean that we've grown yet. They've just spread all over the place. They're really doing amazingly well. So very cool. We're gonna keep these, we're gonna grow them. When they come out initially, they're green, and then as they ripen, they turn brown, and then we wait until they're dry to pop them open. It's traditional in southern states to eat black-eyed peas and collard greens for Christmas. So we're gonna keep these dried beans. We're gonna harvest them when they're all done, and boy, they don't show any signs of stopping yet. We're gonna keep these cream peas, and we're gonna make them with some collard greens and some bacon and ham, maybe some carrots and onions. We're gonna have some Hoppin' John for New Year's in a few months. So very exciting that we've got such great production from our cream peas, cow peas, black-eyed peas, whatever you want to call them, field peas. So very cool, very excited about our peas, which are actually beans. Another thing we're getting great production from, and that's attracting a lot of bees, is our Persian basil. It's this beautiful green and purple basil. It tastes like black licorice. We've been growing this for a few years now, and it really just loves the summer heat. We've got a nice big bush here. We got another one in the next bed over. So very cool with our Persian basil, and the bees are really happy. It's a really fragrant flower, so it attracts the bees, which can then move on to pollinate our watermelons. You can see here we got a bee He was over at the Persian Basil. Now he's getting some watermelon flower nectar. But our watermelons have been doing really well this year. They're coming in at about 10 pounds each. Most of them have that really dark rind, but, and this is really exciting, now that we're in our F2 generation, we're starting to see some recessive traits coming through. So we've got a light colored watermelon here. Looks like it's grandmother, which also had a light rind. Not sure if this one has yellow flesh, but we had one yesterday, a nice big one that did have orange flesh. Looked a lot like its grandmother. So we're starting to see our genetics experiment work out the way that we had predicted, which is very Mendelian. So very cool that we've got our watermelons that are spreading out everywhere along with our beans. They're all happy. They play well together. So very cool. Watermelons. Now, I would be remiss if I did not talk about one of the student favorites here in our garden. This is our Jujube tree. If you watched last year, we had Mr. Evangelista come out and help us graft some new varieties onto our Jujube. And it is fruiting very well. We've got some really nice Jujubes that we've been harvesting. Some of our grafts have even been producing, which is very exciting. And some of our Jujubes have been especially large. So down here, we got a really big Jujube. It's almost ready to harvest. I'm gonna let him brown up just a little bit more. But students love Jujubes. They taste like apples. We get literally hundreds of them off this tree. So go Jujube. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is our peppers that have been doing really well. I've been really happy with these peppers. They're a new variety from Burpee that we've been planting. Burpee's a seed distributor. They're one of the big ones. And this is what's called a Mocha Swirl. And you can see when they're green, we see this kind of striping phenomenon on a lot of them. And as they mature, they get this kind of darker red color. We've talked about these before. This one's an especially pretty one. We've got a really interesting phenomenon occurring with our second pepper plant. Same variety, same packet of seeds, except these ones are almost like albinos. There is really cool, creamy white color. We've got great production out of them. Got a ton of them all over here. So we're gonna sell these at the farmer's market next week. They look good, they taste good. They're a sweet pepper. I'm really excited about these Mocha Swirl, and now these are albino, I guess, peppers. So very cool. Last thing I want to talk about is our sweet potato patch, which has been doing really well. They've been growing all summer. This is a Korean gold variety of sweet potatoes. They're very good. And they're starting to yellow up. So they're starting to get ready to harvest. And in fact, I've even harvested one of them, which I've got over here in our outdoor classroom. So here's one of our sweet potatoes. Looks real good. It's starting to firm up in this nice dry weather. You want to let them cure a little bit in a shaded area, just so that the skin doesn't immediately come off. Looks like this is cured pretty well from a few days ago. So I might bring it in and have some of this for my lunch. Yum, yum. All right, that'll wrap it up for this episode of the Knudson Garden Update. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry it's been so long between episodes. We're starting to get back into the rhythm here, so stay safe. We got COVID starting to pop up with students again, so wear a mask, wash your hands, get vaccinated, and enjoy some good food.